Ladies and gentlemen, I've just been talking with our host tonight, Ty. This is a guy who most definitely thinks outside the box, and I'm super duper excited to have him on and talk about how he's doing this. And and I always ask people a few questions, guys, because you guys know I'm very selective who I do webinars with and stuff. And one is make sure everything's on the up and up. And I talked to Ty, and it totally was, and I know Ty's reputation, and I knew it would be. And then the other thing is this working right now? And I was just talking to Ty about it, and I was like, man, so you're still killing it with this. He was like, dude, 30 grand is what he's up to, and doing a month on a good month. So anyway, guys, I'm super excited about this. This is stuff that's working right now, and you're not going to hear it anywhere else, and I'm super stoked to have you on board, Ty. So thanks so much, man, for doing this with me and my people.
Awesome, Trey. Thank you for having me. And also, I want to thank you guys for taking time out of your day. I know that there's a lot of things that you can be doing right now. We all live such busy lives. What I want to do is I want to make sure that everyone can hear me. So if you can hear me, just put a yes in the questions box, because we're going to be covering a lot of content, and I just want to make sure that everyone can hear me. Awesome, awesome. Yes, 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 yes. Good. So we're good to go on that end. The other thing is I want you to make sure that you grab something to write with, a pen, a pencil, a piece of chalk, a crayon, and then grab something to write on, a stack of paper, legal pad, a notepad, because you're going to want to take a lot of notes. And I'll actually point out certain areas during this presentation that you should be taking extra special notes at, okay? What we're going to talk about is how to make money selling ebooks, reports, and even articles on Amazon's Kindle platform. And I'll show you how I'm making just tens of thousands of dollars, as Trey just mentioned, on a monthly basis. As a matter of fact, to be honest with you guys, a year ago I was kind of reluctant to even put this webinar together. I was pretty much forced into doing it by a couple of friends of mine who said, Ty, you've got this amazing way to make money. You need to share this with other people that are looking for something different, that are tired of the same old thing, and something that actually works. So I'm actually doing this as a service to you guys. All right, so who am I and what makes me qualified to teach you how to make money on Kindle? Well, I'm a husband of 7 years. I'm a father of 4. I have 2 beautiful daughters, 2 amazing sons. This is my daughter, Summer. She just started entering beauty pageants, and she is a knockout. She's won every single beauty pageant that we've entered her in so far. She's got 15 crowns upstairs in her room. I've tried to market different products online for about 10 years, and I know it can be frustrating. I mean, I've tried just about every make money product out there. I lost money. I went back, lost even more money. I've had, my so-called friends, my family, make fun of me, laugh at me. I've been lied to, guys who are so-called gurus. And, I was just about to give up when I stumbled upon Amazon, right? And I went from 0 to now making, as Trey just mentioned, I'm just under $30,000 a month, all right? All because Amazon has made it easy to do so. And I'll show you why they've made it easy, because it's a win-win situation for both Amazon and you when you learn their system. But first, what is a Kindle? In case you're not familiar with what the Kindle is actually a portable device. You see it here in the right-hand corner of your screen. It's a portable ebook reader that was created by Amazon a few years ago, actually, right? We're just hearing about it within the last couple of years, but it's been out for a while. And what it allows you to do is to be able to go in and search for and purchase and almost instantly read your ebooks, your newspapers, your articles, and even blogs right from this device, no matter where you are. So you can be on a plane, a bus, a train, at school, at work, and still go in and purchase content and start to instantly read it. Now, right now, there's a digital shift that's taking place, all right? And if some of you guys are old enough, like myself, to remember where there was a shift that took place in the music industry not too long ago, and it went from us listening to music in a physical vinyl record format to an 8-track cassette to a regular cassette, right, to a CD, and now we primarily listen to music in a digital format from our iPods or in an MP3 format or something similar. Well, the publishing industry is also going through a similar digital shift. As a matter of fact, right now, Jeff Bezos, this handsome gentleman here on the cover of Fortune magazine, says that for every 100 hardcover books that they sell double that amount in the digital Kindle format. Think about that. For every 100 hardcover books that Amazon.com sells, they sell double that amount in the digital Kindle format, right? What's happening right now is there's a mega shift that's taking place. There are millions and millions of people who own the Kindle device, right? And at first, when it was first introduced to the general public, the only place you were able to purchase your Kindle would have been from Amazon.com directly, right? They saw that this was something that was really taking off and that people, were really gravitating towards it, right? So they said, we need to make this available to even more people. So how do we reach the masses? The first idea they came up with was, let's go in and let's contact some of these brick and mortar stores that people visit quite often, like the Best Buys, the Targets, the Staples. And they started testing these markets, and they did fairly well. They did incredibly well, I should say, as a matter of fact. So while Amazon is watching what's happening here, guess who else is watching? Walmart is quietly watching, and they're taking note as to how well this Kindle device is selling in these brick and mortar stores. So Walmart approaches Amazon and says, Amazon, you guys are doing so well with your Kindle device. Why don't you let us sell it in our Walmarts? And what do you think Amazon, you guys can use the questions and answers box that's there. What do you think Amazon says when Walmart approaches them with the option of, allowing them to sell the Kindle in their store? What do you guys think? They say, Carl says, they say, hell yeah, I love that answer. Yes, baby, yes, yes, yes. Where do I sign up? You're absolutely right, because Amazon realizes that once something is sold at Walmart, it's now made available to the masses. And this is a good thing for you and I, all right? It's especially good for me because I'm publishing content to Kindle right now, and it'll be extremely good for you once you guys start publishing content to Kindle. Because the more people that have access to the Kindle, the more people you have available to purchase the content that you'll learn to upload to it pretty soon, okay? Now, the other thing that took place recently was Jeff Bezos, again, Amazon CEO, he says, we realize that not everyone will go in and buy a physical Kindle device. We realize that. We would like everyone to go in and buy one, but it's just not going to happen. So how do we get even more people to, number one, take note of what the Kindle is able to do, and number two, go in and buy the content that we have available for it? Well, they came up with the idea of making a Kindle application, and I know you guys know a lot about apps being part of Trey's list, right? So they came up with the Kindle application, and what the Kindle application allows you to do is it allows you to still go in and search for and purchase and then start to instantly read those same ebooks right from your BlackBerry, right from your iPod, your iPad, your Mac, your notebook, your desktop, all right? In the same manner that you would be able to do it as if you had a physical Kindle device. So how cool is that? And now something that's recently taken place as well, I just saw a few commercials that Amazon is running. So they're making sure that they're really getting this device out to the masses because they realize that the money is made not really so much from the Kindle device, right? But it's made on the back end from all of the content that they can sell to people that own Kindle devices. That's a good thing for three people. It's a good thing for Amazon. It's a great thing for me because I'm making a ton of money with it. And it's an amazing thing for you because you'll soon learn how to make money with it as well. Now, right now you're at ground level. I call this a digital diamond mine. I've never seen anything like this. As I said before, it's totally different. And I want to show you some of the money that I've been able to make just by playing around with this. And I say playing around with this because I'm a little bit embarrassed to admit that it took me 2 months to really take advantage of this system. 2 whole months, right? What I'm about to show you are some of the physical checks that I received as a result of publishing content to Kindle. And I say physical because Amazon allows you to receive your royalty payments in 2 different ways. Number one, by physical check, or by what's known as EFT, electronic funds transfers directly into your bank account every 30 days. What I'm going to show you is not typical. I can't guarantee that you'll make the same amount of money. You might make more, you might make less. There's some people that are really, believe it or not, there's some people that are making $100,000 or more a year doing this. And I'll show you an example. There's a young lady that Forbes magazine just recently wrote about who has made millions of dollars publishing her content to Amazon to Kindle. All right, I'll show you that. When I first started, one of my first checks that I got was in the amount of $2,297.30. Now, this was pretty good, but I was doing a few other things that was making me a little bit more money than this at the time, and so I wasn't really too blown away. To remind you, it took me 2 months to really grasp this thing and to really understand the full potential of it. So I said, okay, that's fine. Let me apply some of the things that I know about marketing to my Kindle account and see if I can just increase this a little bit more without adding any additional content. So I didn't add any additional content, but the next month, 30 days later, I saw that my next check had increased by $600. So it went from $2,200 to $2,873, a $600 increase in a matter of 30 days, and I didn't do anything extra. All right, the next month, I went from $2,800 to bam, $4,462. Now at this time I'm doing the Irish jig. I'm really convinced that there's something to this. Okay? I'm convinced that there's something to this. In my 10 years of marketing online, I've never seen growth this fast. All right, in a matter of months. It took me years before to get to this level. The next check after that came in, and it was for $8,403, and it pretty much doubled. And the reason why it doubled was because at this point I was testing different things. I'm a fanatic when it comes to testing and tweaking and just trying out different things that will help me to continuously increase my sales and my profits. So I started testing things like what I call title enhancers, which are just little elements that you add to your titles to draw attraction to them and to get people to notice your titles. I started testing different cover elements that I add to my ebook covers. I started testing different description elements that I add to my descriptions. And one of the most profound things that I tested was price points. I started testing prices, right? As a matter of fact, I tested 42 different price points, and there's 4 different prices that I found to really generate the most amount of profit, and I'll share one of those price points with you later on during this presentation, so you really want to take note of that. So I was able to pretty much double and then triple and almost quadruple my sales just by testing a few different elements and adding more content to my account. Now my account is pulling up to nearly $30,000 a month, and like I said before, it's taken me 30 years to find something that is this easy to make money with. Not 30 years, I'm sorry. 10 years. If it was 30 years, I would have started when I was 8 years old, right? But 10 years. It's against Amazon's terms of service to share live account information, but what I used to do is log into my account to show you guys how the sales would come in minute by minute, hour by hour, and how they were coming in live so you can actually get the feel for this thing. It's now against Amazon's terms of service. As a matter of fact, one of the first things I want you to write down is never share my account information with anyone. Quickest way to get your account banned. It's like Google. They don't want you sharing this information. Number 2, never share any of your titles with people. Never share any of your titles, especially once you have some killer titles that are really performing well, because people like to take shortcuts and they will copy your titles. So now I'm doing about 30 grand a month, but remember I told you the young lady that was doing extremely well with this? Let me see if I can go in. And here's an article that Forbes published. Her name is Amanda Hawkins. She's 26 years old, all right? 26 years old, and she's making millions. Take a look at this. Self-publishing, let's see. What do they talk about it? Publishing. But we talk about it here. I don't want to take up too much time. Becoming a multi-millionaire is pretty much the rare exception in the traditional publishing world as well. And then they go into detail, and they talk about how she did this all in a matter of 12 months. Okay, she's doing much better than I am. So there's people at different levels with this. All right. Now, in the next couple of minutes, I'm going to show you how to do this step by step. I'm going to show you how to determine which markets sell the best, how to really go in and cherry pick some great markets, because when you get titles that sell really well, this can be like an adrenaline rush. When I first started publishing my content to Amazon, I would literally go in and log into my account like every 15, every 20 minutes just to check my sales. I'm like, yes, another sale came in. To be honest with you, I lost sleep because I would wake up 2, 3 o'clock in the morning just checking my sales. Like it just gets totally addicted. Then I'm going to show you how to pick great titles. This is another one of those